Hello guys, Robot1 here, and today I've got the future of Yu-Gi-Oh for you guys. So, we have got some leaks from the set after Code of the Duelist Circuit Break, so the Reigns era, and I thought why not talk about this in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh, because it's a segment talking about cards coming out later in the game. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today because there's a lot of cards that have been announced, and yeah, we also have also thanks to the Yu-Gi-Oh organization for supplying this information. I'll have their link to these in these forums in the comment section below in the description below if you are interested in seeing them. But anyway, guys, let's get into this. So let's start off with the first cards, which are a new Link archetype. So the first card is Magnavolet Dragon. It's a Dark Dragon effect monster, 1800 attack, 1200 defense. Its effect is when a Link monster's effect that targets this card on the field activated. Wait, what? When a Link monster's effect that targets this card on the field activated, you can destroy this card, then send one monster on the field to the graveyard. Alright, so that first effect is pretty decent, I'd say, because if like a Link monster is targeting this, then you basically pop this and then pop the opponent's monster that's trying to do you in, which isn't bad, or any other monster that could be causing you a problem. And it doesn't target either, so that's pretty good. That's actually a great effect because it doesn't target. So that's also another good thing. Its second effect is, during the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or card effect and sent there this turn, you can special summon one Volet monster from your deck except Magnavolet Dragon. Nice. So basically, it kills itself and then it brings out something else so it can replace itself. That's pretty good actually. I like that. I also like the artwork, how it's got like a bullet for a head. I know that Konami are going to be like, nah, we're not allowed. You're not allowed to have this in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I hope we do get this artwork because I do like how they've got a little bullet here on the head. Okay, so let's go on to the next one, which is Autovolet Dragon. It's a Dark Dragon effect monster for level 3, so not going to be XCs muching in this deck, obviously. 1600 attack, 1000 defense. You can only use each effect of this card of. You can only use each of this card's name's effect once per turn. Okay, so its first effect is when a Link monster's effect that targets this card on the field activated, you can destroy this card, then send one spell trap card on the field to the graveyard. Alright, so this is basically the opposite of Magnavolet's Dragon here, where it will destroy a spell and trap card instead, and it doesn't target either, so you gotta respond, or you can't stop it. Yeah. And its second effect is during the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed by battle or card effect, and sent there this turn, you can special summon one Volet monster from your deck. Okay, so it looks like all the Volet monsters are going to have this effect where if they were destroyed, and destroyed by battle or card effect, and during the end phase, it will come back, it will special summon one from the deck. So, it's got good recyclability in my opinion. I do like that about this card. This archetype so far, so it's got recyclability and it's got removal. I do like that. And I think the last main deck monster is Anes Volet's Dragon. A level 1, 0 attack, 2200 defense, so we've got a big ass. This guy got that big ass. This has got a needle for a head as well, as I think this has got a bullet as well. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be like a sort of like a gun archetype, I think. So it's their Link monster is probably going to have like a gun cannon on its head. So Anes Volet's Dragon's effect is when a Link monster's effect that targets this card on the field is activated, you can destroy this card. Then select one monster on the field. That monster cannot attack. Also, its effects are negated if any. So it chooses one monster, it negates that monster's effects, and that monster can no longer attack. It's alright. That effect's alright, I guess. Like, it's select, so I don't know if the OCG have a different sort of text for selecting target. If this means target in the OCG, then it's meh. But if it means target, if it doesn't mean target and it just means like you choose it, I think this card will have a lot of perks in the future because like a free negate is pretty good in my opinion. And obviously its last effect is it can special summon another Violet monster from the deck, if it was destroyed the turn on that turn. And the new link monster for the Violet monsters is Revolver Dragon. So it's a Link 4 monster, so it needs 4 monsters. Needs at least most 4 monsters. A Dark Dragon type Link effect monster. 3000 attack, obviously no defense because it's a Link monster, and it's a Link 4. Its scales are left, right bottom corner, and left bottom corner. Okay, so I like the link points. I really like the link points there, and it takes +3 effects monsters. So no tokens with this. Okay, well I do like how it is so far. It's a 3000 beat stick as well, so maybe this is the rivals boss monster, or it is a Revolver Sammer's deck, who the boss of the Knights of Hanoi. So this could actually be Revolver Sammer's deck, which would be interesting to see that because obviously we don't know what his deck is yet. So I think this could actually be Revolver's deck in the link in Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns. Okay, so that's cool. So I think this is probably Revolver's deck because of obviously his name is based off a gun. Okay, so let's get into its effects. This card cannot be targeted by monster effects. All right, so you can't cast it, you can't direwolf it, you can't do anything like that to it. All right. Second effect is once per turn quick effect. You can target one face-up monster on the field. Okay, so that's the cost. That monster loses 500 attack and defense. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Okay, so I assume this is during either player's turn, seeing as this is quick effect here. So that's pretty good actually, because like you can do this during the damage step, if it is during either player's turn, obviously. And seeing as you're doing it during the damage step, if they attack into this and they have more attack, like say, I don't know, 400 more attack, it means their monster will die. And I do like that. And your opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to the activation of the effect, which is also really cool. So they can't activate like a strike, they can't activate pretty much anything to this, so not a Ghost Ogre or anything, which I do like about this effect. And its last effect is, at the start of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent's monster, okay, so this only works when this card attacks, you can activate this effect, gaining control of that opponent's monster, placing it at one of this card's link points, but that monster is sent to the graveyard during the next turn's end phase. Alright, I like this effect. So, this card attacks his opponent's monster, and then you have the you have the option to then just outright steal that monster. So that's actually really cool because you could be like, oh, I'm gonna take your biggest monster, then I'm gonna hit you with that monster, which is actually pretty good. As long as one of your link markers are free as well. So yeah, that's actually a really good effect. I like this effect. I like this a lot because this has a lot of recurrence. It has a lot of recyclability, and also sure the monster's going to go to the graveyard during the next end phase, but you could just use that monster as a link material to go into another link monster. Say, I don't know, another Revolver Dragon. So yeah, I do actually like this card a lot. This card is great. I think this is going to be probably one of the best monsters, the best Link monsters of the Link format. So, yeah, I could actually see this getting on the ban list at some point. Alright, I like that. So let's go on to the next cards. Looks like we've got some Violet Spectrum cards. Okay. So, quick Revolver, quick play spell card. Special summon one Violet monster from your deck, but it cannot attack and is destroyed during the end phase. Alright. Calm down. That's a quick play spell card as well. Alright, I like this deck. I really do like this deck now. They have a quick play spell card that just allows them to special summon from the deck. This is basically an E-Telly for them. Sure, it can't attack, but still. Alright, I like that. Next one is Squid Draw. Oh, Squib Draw. It's another quick play spell card, alright. You can only activate one of this card's name per turn, alright. Target one Violet monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's like... What? Oh my god, that's just like flipping heck, guys. So basically this deck has its own E-Telly, and it has its own, like, I don't know, Pot of Greed sort of card. And if you're killing a Violet monster anyway, you're going to be getting a +1 you're going to be getting a +1 during the end phase. That's amazing. Like, that's actually insane, guys. I like this. This deck, I think I'm going to be playing this deck. I think I'm actually going to be playing this deck during the Link format when Circuit Break comes out. I really like this. Alright, well, let's get into the next few cards. Alright, so we've got Sniffing Dragon. It's a Dark Dragon effect. Level 2, 800 attack, 400 defense. You can only use this card's name once per turn. Alright. If this card is normal special summoned, you can add 1 Sniffer Dragon from your deck to your hand. So you're garbage. Yeah, this card ain't that great in my opinion. You're sure you add another copy of yourself, but you're not really going to be doing much with yourself, are you? Because you're kind of like a very weak monster. I suppose if you're Link summoning, but Gateway Dragon. Alright, so it's a Dark Dragon effect, level 4, 600 attack, 1400 defense. Its effect is you can only special summon 1 card with this card's name per turn, with the way written in its effect ones. Okay, so you can only special summon this card by its own effect. Simple as. If your opponent controls a Link monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Alright, so to special summon this card, your opponent has to control a Link monster. And its second effect is, once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Dragon Dark monster from your hand. Alright, so I guess this is meant to go with this. So Gateway Dragon is meant to go with Sniffing Dragon. Alright, so that's a kind of cool combo, I suppose, but it's still meh. Another new Link monster is Akashic Magician. Okay, so this is reminding me of like Downer Magician and I don't know what's the other any of those other magicians just from the artwork here. All right. Okay, so it's a Dark Spellcaster Link effect. A Link 2. Its Link markers are pointing straight down and straight up. It takes 2 non-token monsters with the same type, and its effect is. Oh, you can only Link summon one. Okay, so you can only Link summon this once per turn. Its effect is, if this card is Link summoned, return all monsters at this card's Link points to the hand. Alright, so non-targeting removal. So that's alright, I suppose. Once per turn, you can declare 1 card name, excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the Link arrows total of the monsters at this card's Link points. Okay, so if one monster of your the Link monsters has a 4, you excavate the top 4 cards that are in a mutual link with it. Okay, so the monster has to be pointing at it. So if you had Firewall Dragon, it would work. And if the declared card is among those, add it to your hand. Send all other excavate cards to the graveyard. All right, that's all right, I guess. Next new Link monster, Twin Triangle Dragon. Another Link 2. Link markers is straight down and going to the right. It takes two non-token level 4 or lower Dragon type monsters. Alright. Its effect is, when this card is Link summoned, you can pay 500 life points, then target 1 level 5 or higher monster in your graveyard. Special summon it to your field at this card's Link point. And if you do, its effects are negated, if any. Also, it cannot attack this turn. Alright. So it's got a bit of a recyclability there. where it can bring back a very high level monster at the cost of only 500 life points. It's a little bad that the effect of that monster will be negated, but I suppose if you're playing this in like a Cosmo deck or something, it could be somewhat relevant. But seeing as it's a dragon type, you obviously wouldn't be doing it, so probably more like a Blue Eyes deck, if is what I should have said. So yeah, you could have like say two white stoner legends on board if you would, and then make this. So alright, it's not terrible. There's also some other new cards, the new Metaphys monsters, which are basically like Metaphys Horus was quite a while back. So we've got Metaphys Ragnarok, which is a level 4, 1500 attack, 1000 defense, light worm, tuner effect. You can only use each of this card's name effects once per turn. Alright. Its first effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can banish 3 cards from the top of your deck. And if you do, this card gains 300 attack and defense. 300 attack for each Metaphys card banished by this card's effect. Alright, so banish 3 Metaphys cards, gains 900 attack. Alright, so you could become a 24 beat stick. Which isn't completely terrible, guys. It's alright. It's alright. Its second effect is, when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher Metaphys monster from your deck, and if you do, banish it during the end phase of this turn. Of the next turn. Alright, so it looks like this deck is going to revolve around banishing the Metaphys deck, so hopefully it's not too bad. The next card is Metaphys Tyrant Dragon. Ooh, Tyrant Dragon was reawoken. Yay! It's been a while since Tyrant Dragon's been in this game. So it's a 2900, 2500 defense. I think those are the stats of Tyrant Dragon, the actual Tyrant Dragon. Its effect is, if this card was special summoned by a Metaphys monster's effect, it is unaffected by trap cards, and if it attacks a monster, it can make a second attack in a row. Alright, that's pretty good, because, alright, yeah, I like that, because unaffected by traps, so it can't be killed by, like, Mirror Force and stuff. Can't be drowning, can't be anything like that. And if you kill a monster, it's got a BLS effect where it allows you to attack again. I like that. I do like that a lot. Like, that's sick. That's actually really cool. So its next effect is, during the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck, so summon 1 Metaphys monster from your hand, and if you do, it is banished during the end phase of the next turn. Alright, so basically I'm thinking is, like, you special summon Tyrant with this, with Ragnarok here, and then when this is gone, during your standby phase, you're going to shuffle it away, and then special summon another Metaphys monster from your deck, so you could just special summon another copy of itself. So that's pretty good. That's actually really good because you can just keep recycling this constantly. So it's kind of like a Garunix sort of thing in a way, I believe, because it can just keep coming back. It's like a 1-card Garunix loop, so that's pretty cool. The next Ragnarok card, the next Metaphys card is Metaphys Daedalus. I believe you were I think these are kind of like Light Pulsar monsters now that I think about it. Yeah, they kind of remind me like Light Pulsar monsters. Okay. Because I believe this guy was a Light Pulsar. And also a fish. Or a sea serpent, one of the two. So let's get into it. So Metaphys Daedalus, Light 1 effect, level 7, 2600 attack, 1500 defense. If this card is special summoned by a Metaphys monster's effect, you can banish all other face-up special summon monsters on the field. Alright. That's not bad. So opponent has like 5 special summon monsters. They're all getting banished. Get wrecked. That's actually really good. I like that effect. Its next effect is, during the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck, banish 1 Metaphys card from your deck, except Metaphys Daedalus. Alright. That seems like an alright effect, because you could banish Tyrant, shuffle away Tyrant, Tyrant summons Tyrant. Alright. And I think the last Metaphys monster, Metaphys Nephis. Okay, so this, I believe this was actually a card that was used in once was in the Fire King deck. The Garunix, the opposite Garunix that destroys all spell and trap cards. So it's a level 8, 2400 attack, 1600 defense. Its effect is, if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Metaphys monster, you manage all spell and trap cards on the field. Yeah, so that's essentially the opposite of Daedalus here, where it will banish all spell and trap cards. And I accidentally clicked on the image. It's quite good artwork. And its banished effect is, during the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, you can shuffle this card into the deck, add one Metaphys card from your deck. That's alright. I like that effect, because it's like a free 3+1. Okay, so the field spell for the deck, Metaphys Factor. It is a field spell. Once per turn, when you normal summon 1 level 5 or higher Metaphys monster, you can do it without tributing monsters, and if you do, banish that monster during the end phase of the next turn. Alright, so you're going to want to play this at free. You're just going to want to play this at free instantly. Your opponent cannot activate, and you're going to want to play Terraforming, set rotations. You want to get this card out as soon as possible. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of Metaphys monsters. Alright, that's actually broken, because they can't strike or warning or anything then. I like this card. They're Trap, Metaphys Dimension. Trap card continuous. You can only use each of this card's effect names per turn. If your opponent special summons a monsters, you can target one of your banished Metaphys monsters, special summon it. And if you do, banish it during the end phase of your next turn. Alright. Alright, I like that. That's alright. So if your opponent special summons a monster, you can target one of your banished method. Yeah, I like that. That's alright. And it's continuous trap card, so you can just keep doing it every time your opponent special summons a monster. Yeah, that's cool. Its last effect is, if this card is already face up, if another Metaphys card is banished, you can target one card your opponent controls and banish it. Alright, so you're getting a free banish each turn. That's great. Yeah, that's great. And we have one more card to talk about, guys, so let's just do this last card and then we are done, which is the new Metal Foe support, like the artwork on the box. So it is Mermail Nereabyss. So it is an a water aqua, level 3, 1200 attack, 2000 defense. So it's got that big booty, got that big booty. Also, I think she kind of looks like a sea slug. I think she may be a sea slug or a mermaid, one of the two. So its first effect is, during either player's turn, you can discard this card and target one water monster you control, destroy it. Destroy another water monster in your hand or field, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the original attack and defense of the destroyed monster until the end of this turn. Alright, that's actually pretty good, because within Mermails you could be like, oh, I have a Megalo and a Neptibus on board, I'm going to kill the Neptibus, give the attack of Neptibus to Megalo, then I'm going to special summon something with the Neptibus, because the Neptibus was killed by a water monster's effect. That's actually pretty good. I like this card. I like that effect. That's basically an honest for Mermails. And its next effect is, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can draw one card, then discard one card from your hand. Alright, so it allows you to like replace your hand a bit, and it will get any like Atlantean effect off that you discard with its effect. So yeah, guys, I actually like this archetype. I like this card. Well, I like all the cards that we've talked about, with the new Metaphys monsters, the Volette monsters, the new Link monsters that we're getting. I really do like them all. There's a lot of cards. I kind of want to play the deck that I believe will be a Revolver Samus deck. But yeah, guys, I think all of these cards are great. They're just great cards in general. Well, except for Sniffing Dragon here. You're garbage, Sniffing Dragon. I'm sorry, but yeah, guys, that's everything I wanted to talk about. Tell me what you guys think of these cards in the comment section below. Tell me if you think they're good. Tell me if you think they're bad. Give me your full opinions on these cards, guys. Because remember, I've given you my opinions on these cards. All my opinions on these cards are my opinion on own. And yeah, guys. So tell me what you think of these cards in the comment section below. And don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you to the Yugioh organization again for supplying this information on their website. And yeah, guys, so please tell me what you think of these cards in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Press the notification button to be notified of my future videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Revolver1 signing out. Some great new cards coming out.